go away like that. How's it going? Um, first time on YouTube. I am just doing, stuff, good things, Um, let me move this over to the other screen real quick so I can look at my actual stream thing. So today we are going to be painting some faceplates here today. I've got a few that we're going to be working on. This is one, it's a commission that I actually really need to do. So that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're here for, homies. So, got a little schmutz out here. So how I first go about this is one, I need water for my nasty cup this is my paint cup. If I'm dumping water out of my drinking water. We just can't go the other way around, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Nasty water. Everyone remember to hydrate. Just gonna scoot this a little closer to me. Hope everyone is still in focus because, this camera wants me to die because once I autofocus, everything goes to hell. So we don't do that. We manually adjust the focus. I think that's good. Couldn't tell you, to be honest. I think it has issues with this clear part right here. So. And this is my nasty paint, thingy. Yep. That's what we're doing now. Yeah. Yeah, you're just vibing. I really wish this ring light wasn't actually at my eye level. Raising it up, boys. We all know this stream's ass anyway. Okay. I think we gotta go focus again. Maybe I should zoom in. Does the quality look like absolute poop? Hope not, because this is actually a lot more comfortable for me currently. Okay, whatever. It is whatever. So, how we go about doing this in the first place is we take some white paint here. Let's get a good mixing shot in here. Where do I put my water with where I won't, like, kill it? Okay. I hope everyone's vibing with my music, because yeah, that's just how it's gonna be. You need some white. I'm gonna grab some of this pink, because the eyelashes... Give me a sec. I actually sent the reference to myself on this. But not that one, actually. Okay. We're gonna go to this, we're gonna download that. And then we're going to add it to the thing. Image. Yep. Sounds good. Downloads. That one. Oh goodness, this thing's giant. Okay. So this is the reference. For my tiny brain that can't remember. Good God, let me grab the text for heck's sake. Okay, so there's the concept. Just to remind everyone what the concept is, it's supposed to have pink eyelashes. You see, I would have just done that completely wrong. So, yeah. it's supposed to have pink eyelashes. And for pink recently, I've been doing like a strange mixture of these three pinks. Magentas, I guess. This is rose, actually. I thought the color wouldn't be accurate, but I actually color graded this decently. I think it's a little bit warm still. Because we cannot trust the camera setting overlords to do this for us. We can't trust them one bit. That looks decent. Okay. So now whenever we do, painting faceplates, typically I'll do the tongue first, but today I'm doing the other one first because that's what I remember to do. To be honest. You know what? Fuck it. We're doing tongue first. Tongue's purple. I didn't want to, my fucking ADHD brain didn't want to break tradition. So, we're not breaking the tradition. I can't let myself break the tradition. So we are going to need some white. I'm doing this on the area that you could literally can't see. We like those. Gonna put him, you know, in the corner here. I do like this pink. I mean, this medium magenta, it says. I hate how magenta is so cool tone, to be honest, in most paint. It bothers me. But, in this sense, it's actually good. Because I need purple. We might be a little bit too on the blue side, though, currently. Yeah. We want this to match the color that I actually already have on the feet of the Furby. So that's what we're going for. Scoop in a little bit of this bright pink. It really, like, because I'm doing screen printing right now as well, and someone that I know is on Steam right now. I think that's a decent. Good God, what is happening to this poor brush? This poor brush doesn't deserve this. Yes, I know, YouTube. My bitrate is slow to you, but to OBS, it's good. The square is green, okay? You're just gonna have to deal with it, okay, homie? And then, because I don't want to waste money with, the good old fluid acrylics. I've got white fluid acrylics, but other than that, I've just got regular acrylics. It's not that it's wasting money, it's just that I have no money right now, and so I'm using what I have. You know what I mean? So, that's why I really wish I did have more fluid acrylics. But when you add water, it's a lot more, I don't know, it settles nicer somehow. I don't know how to explain that, but that's just how it works. So now that we have this color, we take this thing. It looks like a fucking dental implement, but I swear it's not. I guess we'll scoot this over here because... So this is a tool that my dad got me a while ago when I started deconstructing 2005 Furbies. It looks like a dentist tool, to be honest, but it's not. It's called what it's called as a picker, and it came in like a pack of like 6. They got all different situations. To be honest, I just wanted a flat one, but this one is the one I use. So then we grab some of the paint that we've watered down. We gotta spread it on tongue. How it is, you know. Oop. Grab that, spread it on tongue. And it'll like kind of like beat up for a sec. I did wash this, but some of the whatever it's called, the mold release on the resin remains, and that just happens. That's just how it is, to be honest. And it's just something we have to deal with. So, end up having to like put more paint on so where it doesn't recede like that. You can see it's like receding back from the end of the mouth. You see that? So back, it's receding back from the crease where the tongue meets the beak. So I kind of fill in this thingy bop. Good God, nothing makes sense. None of this makes sense. The words that I use literally only mean something to me. My God, whoever is your new grandma, I need to get this fucking notification. Steam's fucking me in the ass right now. It's distracting me. I know you're playing Dishonored. Stop telling me. Yeah, I'm probably like shooting myself in the foot when I say like this is not for kids, but it's just not. I can't not cuss. I have a problem. So now, so basically like what I like to explain this technique as is kind of like how like cake artists or like cookie artists like that you see that do the sugar cookies. Instead of like painting it on like with a paintbrush, they'll squirt it all on, kind of smooth it all out with that little stick they use, and let it dry as one layer. Because that's the way you can do it neatest. If I had to fix all this later, like if I had to fix all this, like if I had to do like several coats, which this, without this technique, would need several coats. I'm saying technique, but it's not like I fucking, like, am groundbreaking with this, you know what I mean? I hope the focus isn't just absolutely garbage. I can't really tell right now, because I've been staring at that screen for so long. So, it's also hard because, like, this is a 3D object that we're looking at. And what I've been kind of going on is the, to focus it, is the shadow right here. And the sharpness of it. So, that's what we get. That's as crisp as it's gonna get. So, see, now we have all this extra paint. We've spilled a bit on the edges here. So, we wipe off our implement, and then we grab a toothpick. I find cleaning up with a toothpick is a lot easier because it's less of a sharp edge. So, if that, I don't know if anything I'm saying makes sense, but then we go in. I need to have this near me, actually, because I will just straight up wipe it on this mouse pad that I have on here, so. Because I am a degenerate. Normally I'll wipe it on myself, but I've been getting a little bit better at it. Not doing that. But you know, the tradition of art as an ADHD person is something. You know, it feels like we have to do the same thing. We have to do it in the same order. Not necessarily like OCD, because I don't have these compulsions that if I don't do it this way, we're all gonna fucking die or whatever. It's gonna be awful. Just what I'm comfy with, you know what I mean? And in order to keep doing art, I need to become comfy. Because when I'm less comfy, things are less, fun. It's more draining, you know what I mean? I don't know if anything I'm saying makes sense. But maybe if you have ADHD, you'll understand. And maybe if you don't have ADHD, you try to see into at least my brain. I don't know if it's like if it's a common thing. And yes, I am diagnosed with ADHD. So we're out here with no viewers, which I'm chill with. But yeah, it needs to be a comfy way to do things. Also, like when you have a routine, like the other day, I was cutting out backpack, like the pieces for some Furby backpacks out of the fur that I use. And at one point, I just turned off my brain and kept doing it. Because I was like, well, this is, a routine. And I just did it. It's just complex enough to maintain interest while at the same time, okay, and sometimes these little dots will form. Those are air bubbles in the paint. You gotta kind of cover, you gotta scoot in and redistribute the paint. Okay, so now we're done with that stuff. I can put away the paper towel again. And now we're gonna grab, I feel like I'm missing a brush. I am. I see it over there. Really far away. Give me a sec. Scootin'. We scootin'. Okay, so I use a smallish brush here. Grabs a little bit of water, but not too much. Wipe the brush off mostly. And see how we have some, like, extra up on the top of the beak? I'll come in with this brush, because I don't know why, but, like, it sucks to do this with the with a toothpick. So I do it. Every once in a while you have to clean your brush, because it kind of gets, like, all up in it. Doing this part with the toothpick just doesn't work for whatever reason. And then we'll come in on the corners, clean it up. So now I'm getting like more paint on top of it, but since I have a wet brush right here, I can just kind of wipe it away. Just kind of. And this is by no means a tutorial, because I know you can barely see anything that I'm doing, to be honest. But, yeah. Yep, that's what I wanted to say. Definitely. No, I did it! See? Well, I need the paper towel. It's just not as pretty because it's my dad's, shop towels, because we ran out of normal paper towels. So I went into the garage and grabbed some and took them as my own. I'm filling in some gaps back here. Which I might grab some more paint just to make sure. Do we have enough back here? Because I did wipe some off. Okay. Something strange happening right here. Okay. So, that is the tongue painted. And now I have to mix up a color. I think my brightness is too far up. That might be better. Now you can see the bubbles forming in the back of his face. I've listened to this album a lot. If you can tell. Do you listen to Insane in the Rain? I highly recommend him if you don't. You like video game music and or jazz. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but I have to redo the section. So. Okay. I think we're looking good-ish. Now, move on to the eyelashes. Clean the brush, as one does, you know. Put this away. Currently not needed. Making sure I don't have any text messages. My parents are asleep currently, but sorry. Seems as if my making me angry, because this is not the color that I'm seeing right now. I'm trying to get it as close as possible to what I'm currently seeing. So, oop. First stream, boys. It just might be ass, and that's just what we have to deal with. Some of this. Some more of this. Make a nice pink that matches the pink of its tummy. Or at least try to get decently close. I added too much white. Too much white or not enough of the actual pinks. So we're making kind of like a baby pink right now. Maybe we'll add a wee bit of magenta. Hope it doesn't fuck us over in the long run. More magenta. It's like I'm always like self-conscious about like, does it look too highlighter pink because I used this highlighter pink? But I know it's not. But it does dry a wee bit darker than what it looks like. And then we grab this brush. This is the brush that we cleaned off the tongue with. Literally, probably just from Michael's, to be honest. I don't know. I don't know. Like, this is not nice painting supplies. This is just painting supplies that I have to use because it's what I have. That might be a little bit bright still. I don't want it. I can't have it too. Or I dunked the brush in the water already. Slam dunking, you know how it is. I don't want that to look too bright, so I'm gonna add a wee bit more magenta to this color to somewhat dull it down here. I hate making pink, to be honest. Like, it's been hell with my screen printing, to be honest. Because most screen printing inks come in magenta, which is typically processed magenta. which is typically like a darker magenta that you're typically supposed to use when you're doing 4-color prints, CMYK. Why it's called process magenta. So it's decently transparent to be mixed with other colors, and it's the kind of magenta that is in your color printer. It's kind of funny that it's not called that, like, when we learn primary colors and stuff in school, it's a fucking lie, because once you start painting, you're like, why does my purple look like butt? I mixed blue and red. It's like, oh, you're actually supposed to use magenta, you piece of shit. When it comes, like, painting and stuff. But I don't know how to use oil colors, so if you want to know anything about mixing paint for that, Bob Ross would be much more qualified than me. And I know some people don't think Bob Ross is qualified at all. Oops. I'm gonna scoot down further because I keep getting out of frame. Yet again, scooting down more. Oh, that's as far as we can go. Because I keep... Normally when I paint, I'll paint, like, decently close to me. So on this step, you're gonna try not to get it on the eye white, but to be honest, it's not the worst thing. I'd say what you can see more of is if you don't go far enough down. I think that's a lot more visible than if you get it on the white, because, like, if you look at it like this, it's not really noticeable, to me at least. And you can always wipe it off later, especially once it dries. I wonder if autofocus would help us here. No? Well, let's keep going and see what happens. There is a piece of hair. Why is this happening to me? I see you. Can't act like you're not there. Yeah, no, it's definitely not working. Autofocus is a lie. So right now we're just trying to get, like, an even coat. We more than likely will have to come back and do a second coat. But I don't see that as detrimental for this step. Why is there hair in it? Stop it! And for this step, it is okay if you get some on this eyelid part, this ridge above it, when you're trying to shove your paintbrush back in there. Because, like I said, when you look in there, you can kind of see that maybe the paint's not all the way back in there, or there's some spots. So, and where you're going to get paint, the first part is on that. Yeah. I'm sure this would be fun for kids to watch, but I can't have it, like, pop up on the YouTube Kids app because I do cuss way too much to be applicable as a children's entertainment source. I could watch it with no audio. Like, I'm just gonna type out words on screen. Or just paint the word fuck. So, just kinda trying to currently, smooth out some paint. Goodness, I headbutted the camera. Need to get a sturdier. It's not necessarily a tripod, it's like a clamp onto my desk that's holding the ring light and the webcam. Decent quality webcam. Got at the height of the pandemic. So it was hard to buy. My eyes are getting tired. This is not good because I want to keep going. Yeah, we're gonna need a second coat, but that's okay. It's better than chunky paint. So I don't know why, but on my faceplates, this eyelash is closer to the eyelid. So I almost always end up painting it, even if I'm not trying to go that deep into the eyelash. It's just, I almost always do it. Okay. Now we get our trusty handy dandy toothpick. Scrape the paint off there. Scrape the paint off there, and we just gotta get on the inner edge. And then we can try to get stuff on the eye white, but to be honest, it's kind of hard to get. Oh, I reverted to wiping paint on myself. Good. Okay, so for this, it's gonna be actually better. Oops, is this the wrong brush? It probably is. It's the same color though. There's nothing on this brush. I just didn't mean to use it. So there's a defect. Not a defect per se. But an artifact from the molding process that has shown itself in between the eyelashes and the eye white. So I'm trying to paint the eye white there. So I can kind of try to blend in. I don't know if it's working. You let me know in chat if it is. MVP the one person watching. There's actually no one watching, but where's my handy dandy toothpick? Where did he go? Do I have to get another one? Sad. This is a rare non-double-ended boy. So we try to scrape it whenever we have to do this. We try to scrape it from the very edges, because those are what you'll see. Oh, we actually got some on the eye white back here. If you know me, you know I'm not one for precision when it comes to painting, but if you also know me, you know I'm like a fucking insane person. So, and those two personality traits combine, something unfortunate happens. So, what do we think? Looking nice, yes? Good. Because We have more. It's the weed one? Yeah. Download. Image. Yeah. So this is Weed Bee. He will now replace the So when I designed this, these didn't actually on this screen. I mean on my screen right now. My god, there we go. This down here is more of like a standard green instead of like a fucking neon shit. So yeah. But before we do the second coat on this lad, we'll have to let him dry. As one does. So we get to do Weed Bee. Looks as if we might be a little bit too warm now. Oh. Okay. That's decent on what the colors look like, actually. Ow. That actually didn't hurt. Can y'all even hear? That might be a wee bit too loud. Okay. So, we have this lad. As you can see, he is weed themed. You know why? Because my father, who is staunchly against weed, not against weed, but does not want us to use it, us being me and my sister, he wants me to make a weed Furby because he thinks it'll sell well. So, on the drawing that I can see on my screen, but not what you can see there, because that looks, insanely green. It's more of an actual, like, emerald. Not emerald, but it's just not insanely highlighted green. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take, my handy-dandy paint mixing brush, which is in my water. Hi there. Thanks, arm that has blemishes from I don't know where. Maybe it's Binksley scratching me. Binksley is my leopard gecko. I don't know what happens, to be honest. So it looks like on my reference screen, my little icon boy is covering up my little green boy in the bottom, which you can't actually see. So yeah, basically his tongue and his eyelash are the same color. So that makes it a little bit easier. But we do have to be careful because, one, there is still pink on this brush. Oopsies. And, we have to make part of this color that we make liquidy. Because, that's how we do the, you know, the tongue. So I'd say that's a nice normal green. It looks a little bit more cool tone on the camera right now, and maybe a little darker. But in real life, it is a nice green. Color grading this video would be fucking awful. I'm gonna make a little bit more of this green actually. Oops, that's blue. Make more of this green and then split it in two parts. This is a nice frog green, you know? So, yeah, we need, fortunately, more than whatever I'm making right now. Give me blue. Give me blue. Thank you. And the paint just, like, kind of slides in and doesn't actually paint, like, touch anything. So I'm gonna grab some of this. Put it over here. This is, what I'll be using for the eyelashes. And this, what's left over, that I mix with water, will be, the tongue paint. And I think having both of these the same color, like, typically I don't do that for designs, but since the actual design of it is so chaotic, we kind of have to, you know what I mean? Like, there's rainbows, there's clouds everywhere, there's weed leaves in the ears, there's fucking... It's just everywhere. The eyes are red because, you know, funny weed. You know, his name is Weedby in the concept there. But I think his name should probably be, like something to, like a pun? Like a 421B. No, that sounds awful. I don't know. Cause like the funny number is 420. So we're going back at it yet again. With the good old. Problem with me mixing like really like runny paints on a flat surfaces, it's hard to pick them up. If I like actually mix them in like a paint well or something, like on an actual like I don't even know what the fuck those are called. It's palettes. Yep, palettes. Ones that have like little wells in them. Guess those are for watercolor. I don't know. I feel like I like have way too many colors to use one of those reliably. I've just been. This is like something that like the eyechips come in. It has a lid, like it folds closed. So it's nice if I need to like keep the paint. Which sometimes I do. Say I'm actually like painting. Not just doing Furby shit. Like if I'm actually painting on a canvas. You know that sort of painting. The real boy painting. I'm not good at that. But I try. Not good enough to actually sell my paintings though. Just because I don't feel comfortable. It's only 1 AM. Why are my eyes so tired? Everything's tired. Except for my need to accomplish something in a day. I picked up my suit. My cousin's wedding's coming up. I picked up my suit at the tailor. Picked up the shoes that I forgot at the tailor because I'm a dumbass. I was just like, you know, like you take your shoes to the tailor to be like, okay, this is like the shoes I'm gonna be wearing with it. Basically, like, you know, you don't want to hem your dress when you're wearing like your tennis shoes, whereas you're gonna wear heels with it, and then it'll look too short because of your say it's full length dress. So So sometimes, so when you mix paint like this, like with water, some bubbles form, and they'll just kind of pop and create a little hole in your color. So you have to fill it in again. I was an asshole today too because I went in there like fucking 5, basically. Like they said, okay, your suit will be ready in about 19 minutes. Very strange amount of time, I know. And it takes about, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes to get there. And at that point, it was, like 4:20, 4:15. They close at 5, okay? But I wasn't dressed. So I had to get dressed. Get in my car. I lost my AirPod. I was getting dressed again because I had been out earlier, changed back into my PJs, which are actually just my working clothes, because I was optimistic that I would actually work again. I didn't. I don't actually know what I did. Oh. Fed Binksley. And I'd chill with my cat because people were cleaning our vents this morning, and my parents stood them away in my room because they weren't going to clean my vent. Because my vent apparently is clean enough. I don't know their logic. Like, I have vents too, but we don't need to clean those, it's whatevs. Because, like, I didn't clean my room. My dad made me clean the basement too. If anyone's asking, I'm 25. I live with my parents still. Mostly because rent around here is asininely high for this shit quality. Like, it's an okay area, but like, there's obviously bad parts to every area. And I'm trying to like, I'd be fine with not that safe of an apartment as long as I knew it would be in a quiet area. And typically, apartments are more around like city centers, you know, places where people walk, places where people, you know. Unfortunately, apartments are typically next to other apartments. That's how it would work, otherwise it would be a house. I have sound problems. And I've done apartments in college. It was okay-ish. I didn't make me want to die, but say you can hear your neighbor open their fucking drawer at 9 a.m. every morning because their cabinet is up against the wall. I would definitely want to be a top stairs, like an upstairs person. Which would suck, obviously, to bring in groceries, but I just wouldn't have that extra layer of someone being on top of me, so I'd hear them walk all the time. Or move furniture, as they tend to do. Or my fucking neighbors in, senior year college just drop bowling balls every once in a while. I'm sure they weren't bowling balls, but my god, was it loud. Oh, good god. Why is my arm so patchy right now? What's happening? Do I need to moisturize? Oh, what's that? What is that? What are you? Like, my hair's- my hair- my arms are always hairy, but, like, patchy is kind of new. So this brush is a wee bit frazzled because I just accidentally let paint dry on it. Like an imbecile. I just heard something upstairs. Mittens? Where's that dad? Could be dad. He's talking to me, I can't hear him. He'll wake up sometimes to get a snack. Which fucks with my sound stuff, but... I'd like to get the other one done too. Like the other big faceplate that I have. But knowing me, like, it sucks because I do want to keep going. But I also haven't taken my night medicine yet. And sleeping until, I don't know, approximately 3 doesn't sound super yummy. Then I get kind of sad. Like, I usually sleep in until, like... Hello, piece of fuzz. Get out of my fucking Furby. Okay. Accomplished. Disgusting arm, back in frame. You'd think I'd try to do this outside of frame. But no, we don't have the brain cells. I fucking headbutted my camera again. Oop, there's water droplets. When those run down, things can get bad. Okay, but like... What is wrong with this brush? Like, when I pick up paint, I don't know. There was some wacky shit happening with the bristles for a sec. So, as you can see, this funny man has pink eye whites because he's supposed to be high. Because he's the funniest man on earth. Because he's a weed joke. My father made me make a weed Furby. And yeah. Just trying to get even-ish. Just because, I'm anal. How's the focusing, by the way? Not good? Okay. So this one I kind of fucked up when I poured it, and I kind of accidentally, made it a little bit see-through when I first started pouring the resin, because when it's in the cup, it's deeper than it's actually going to be on the actual Furby, you know? Like, it's about 2 inches deep, whereas whenever it's, like, spread out like this, it's not that deep. So it looks more opaque because of the pigment that I used. So right after I started pouring it, I was like, oh shit, that's not opaque enough, it'll be clear. So then I mixed a little bit of semi-opaque white into the pigment, like into the resin, to make it a little bit more opaque. That way you wouldn't be able to see like the fabric underneath through it. But you can also see like through the eyelid into this, so you have to like make sure you paint it decently cleanly, or else you can actually just like see straight through it. But like I said with the other one, this one's probably going to need... Ooh, that's the wrong paint. Second coat. Yay. I was gonna have like a second camera set up for my paint, but I didn't end up doing that because I couldn't figure out how to get it mounted in the correct angle and location. Okay. Wrong paint. I got like a different section of paint that's not watered down. See, you can see like directly through this. So I have to at least get it past that lip. Where you can't see the edge anymore. Oops. I just got a lot on the eyelid. And this is labeled on the back if you're wondering. I had to label it because I kept forgetting like which faceplates I had. Why do I have 3 toothpicks all of a sudden? This is my original toothpick. It says purple on it. This is the OG toothpick. Okay. And it's funny, it's like this song in the game, because this is probably put up like a now playing thing. This is not my music. This is Insane in the Rain. He is amazing. He makes covers of Pokemon jazz and other video games. It's mostly jazz he does, though. Sometimes we have a few little offshoots. Like in this album, there's a few little offshoots that aren't necessarily really that jazzy. But we let them slide because they're all fucking amazing. Oh, wiped it on my boob again. Okay. So, I don't know if you can see it, but I can see through the paint a wee bit. So I'm gonna set that over there. Grab this lead again. Wash my brushes. And come back with this paint here. Since I'd say this has had enough time to dry. We just have to do like a very thin layer over it just to cover up all those bald spots that happened on the first time. Do it gently as to not peel up the first pair of layer of paint. A little spoonerism there, sorry about that. Layer of paint is what I was trying to say. And if you're worried about bumps, I mean, like, those sometimes do come through, like the chunky paint bumps. But to be honest, I use a water-based lacquer that covers up and smooths out a lot of the imperfections in the finish. And the paint does dry down decently. well. Unless you're using some, like, big-ass, like, paint that's meant to stay, you know, textured. At that point, you probably had to mix a medium into it, so you probably know. And sometimes when you're trying to paint over, something that's not quite, like, sticking, it is a little bit better to water down your paint. Just because, I don't know, it makes it flow a little bit better and less sticky to yank up that layer, you know? Ooh, I went a little crazy there with the paintbrush. The water. Splattered that shit. So, I never opened this. Do I open it now? I have apple cider upstairs. I just wanted something sweet to drink. Weed bee. Not dry yet, though. He out here, though. Virtual camera, by the way. What is in my arm? The fuck was that? I had like a little piece of hair stuck in my hand. Is that what's called a sliver? Where, like, you get like a tiny little piece of hair stuck in your skin, like scoots through your skin cells? I don't know. Okay. We're going at it again, homies. Just because I'm impatient as shit and I kind of want to go upstairs and eat some junk food. I bought some junk food today from a local vegan bakery. And I'm in love with their stuff. I just can't go there very often. Because, one, I get sad because I used to work there. I don't work there anymore. I won't elaborate. As well as I am, like, legitimately out of money. So, when I buy food, it's at the grocery store, and it's, like, for meals. It's not for, like... There's a piece of hair. I saw it. I think my dad's upstairs. Just my intuition hearing it through my headphones. Probably not right though, because this sometimes tricks me. My brain will hear voices out of noise. Not as in schizophrenia, it'll just interpret things into it thinks are voices. The general tone. Oh, good golly gosh, I have made a mistake. There we go. And will it stop leaving paintbrush hairs behind? This is a decent quality brush. It wasn't like the shittiest one there. Okay. No, I got green on here? Shit. Is that gonna come out? Well, that'll be kind of annoying. I can't see it. Look, we didn't do anything. Everything's fine. It's fine. We didn't put, oopsies, I touched it. We're fine. We're fine. Okay, I do have to get a little bit of schmutz off of here. Yeah, this was an older mold. Good God. I know I should have put down a background, but I knew that it would look ugly, like a paper towel or something, compared to my cute anime water thing. This is machine washable. I've washed it before. It has other stains. This one's green. The other ones are like food stains. I'm a degenerate. So I think I'm gonna scoot out now. I really appreciate you guys coming, even though literally no one else came. But I think I did decent on talking, and you know, that's the point. So have a nice night, guys, and I will see you later.